When a man overcomes the world, there are three things that happen to him. The first is that connection to God is reestablished. So that man lives his life by signals. We don't live our life by human reasoning. The mind is important. We use them for earthly things. But how can you order your steps? He said the steps of the righteous is ordered by the Lord. How do you know you are supposed to live in Abuja? What if God shifts the next phase of your purpose to just? How will you know? Except you live by signals. I heard Dr. Pastor Paul Enoche said something. He was to go for healing and deliverance service, and somebody told him, I have a house to give to you in Maitama. You know what that means? He said, okay, let's have the papers. And the person said he must go and see the house. He said, no, I have service now. He said, well, if you can't see the house now, then I may not give. He said, keep your house. Today he can buy 1/3 of Abuja if he wants to. The reason many don't go far is because they leave ascension and they pursue things that are included in ascension. When you ascend, you will meet a plane there. You will meet land there. You will meet connection there. But if you leave it and pursue one connection, you will leave every other thing that is in ascension. He said he has given us all spiritual blessings, but they are in the heavenly places. It's as you ascend that you pick them up. That's how you pick them up. Somebody will receive wings in the spirit tonight. Thank you, Father. Please sit down. I'm showing you why many lost glorious things. Because they left hallowed things and they started pursuing mundane things. Don't be arrogant. Don't be proud. Don't be full of yourself. But at the same time, a man in honor that knoweth not is like the beast of the field that perishes. Let nothing substitute your prayer. You will need energy and momentum to ascend. And so as much as is within your power, pray. As you pray, you will be shocked that the things you are running helter-skelter to find, they are actually in places in the spirit. There's a frequency you will enter. Somebody will lose his sleep and look for you with all his life. Somebody was searching for me. He called me over 7 times. Sent messages. What is the problem? He wanted to come and sow a seed. And you are troubling yourself like this. It's called ascension. When you ascend, you will find things. Your reality is a manifestation of your height in the spirit. And so it takes waiting to hear the Rhema word, and it takes charging your spirit by prayer to ascend. When you have ascended, then you come to the third realm of authority. He said, who shall stand upon his holy mountain? Because after you ascend, you will need to stand. Who shall stand upon his holy hills? And he said, him that with a clean hands, him that is with a pure heart, who has not lifted up his soul in vanity, nor sworn deceitfully. It takes 4 things to stand in the place of power. A clean hand is a lifestyle of righteousness and holiness. A pure heart is a posture devoid of soulish iniquity, gossip, backbiting, envy, competition. How can you stand? Those are weights. It says, put aside every weight that doth easily beset you, and run the race with patience. You carry the weight of malice, the weight of gossip, the weight of backbiting, and you think you can exercise authority. There are many people who can't win souls, but they can slander with their tongue. When they hear something wrong about a believer, they will preach it to 100 persons. But tell them to preach the gospel, they can't preach it to 1 man. And they think they will wield authority. It's not from them. It's not for them. Their heart is corrupt. They need to be purged. Hyssop need to be purged. They need to be purged with hyssop. Their eyes need to be washed, and their tongues need to be touched. And he said not to lift your soul in vanity. It's a state of pride, being full of yourself. He said God is the one to resist you. When you are proud, it's not the demon that fights you, it's God that fights you. Because God resists the proud, but he giveth grace to the humble. And finally, he said not to swear deceitfully. There are many people that are liars, mischievous and manipulative. They are manipulative with everybody around them. In fact, when they tell you it is morning, just go and sleep because it's night. Even themselves have forgotten when last they told themselves the truth. So if they say it's night, they have to go and verify, because their tongue is full of mischievity. Such men cannot stand in the courts of God because their garment is filthy. You want to wield power? It takes lifestyle. Sometimes you will go to a place, you will not hear the voice of God. Sometimes you will go to a place, all you will come with is the testimony of righteousness. You know that your hands are clean. You know that your heart is pure. You know that your heart has not been lifted in vanity, and you have not sworn deceitfully. And like Samuel, because there is no ought against you, you will say, this is dry season, but I decree now that there should be rain, and God will honor it. Because he said, I the Lord, I perform the words of my servants, and I confirm the counsels of my messengers. And so why authority begins with birth, authority metamorphoses into ascension, requiring the Rhema word and a charged spirit. But over and above that, authority also demands a pure life, holy lifestyle, righteous lifestyle. There are many persons that have descended because of their lifestyle. That's why I said, I've said unto you, ye are gods, because you are the children of the Most High. He said, but you will fall like the princes. There are many who have been raised like princes, but they will fall because they don't know the demands of authority. Their hands are stained with iniquity. Their soul is puffed up in pride, and they are full of vanity. And so God cannot entrust them with authority further. The third cadre of authority has to do with your lifestyle. Many things in your life, you will not fight by speaking. You will fight with your life. Because when you show up, the Bible said, Jesus speaking, he said, the prince of this world cometh to me and findeth nothing. It was Jesus' sinlessness, it was Jesus' blamelessness that gave him power over principalities. Why you use the power of the new birth to deal with demons, when you meet principalities, you are going to need blamelessness. Because principalities are not moved that you are born again. They met Jesus on the mountain. They say, if you are the Son of God, turn these stones to bread. They can fight with a man who is born again, but they are helpless around a man who is blameless. The reason many cannot wield authority enough is because their life is full of blemish. And tonight, God is purging somebody. He said, in the year that King Uzziah died, I saw the Lord, and his train filled the temple. And one thing happened to him. He said, when he saw the excellency of his majesty, because he had not gone to Zion before, he was priding himself in gifts until he came to Zion and he saw the likeness of the seraphims, and he said, woe unto me. A national prophet began to curse himself. He said, I'm a man of unclean lips. I dwell among a people of unclean lips. And he said, one of the seraphim took one of the coals from the midst of the fire and touched his tongue and said, now your iniquity is past. There is a realm where you cannot exercise authority by gift. You will exercise authority through purity and blamelessness. When you show up, they will find out, is there a stain of pride on your life? Is there a stain of bitterness of soul, evil of the heart? Is that stain on you? They will find out, is your lifestyle correct, or you are a manipulative and a treacherous person? And they will find out the things that you are aligned with. If your character is questionable, there is a mantle you can never wield. There are certain mantles that are wielded by purity. There are certain mantles that are wielded by humility. There are certain mantles that are wielded by righteousness. And so if you don't have those testimonies, even if a drum of oil is poured on you, you will not have such powers. Many times people find others doing great things, and they look at them and judge them on the frequency of gift. They say, what is this person preaching? I preach better. What is this person singing? I sing better. That song is just an excuse. That message is just an excuse God is using to elevate him. What is elevating him is more than a song. And if you are still comparing yourself based on voice, you have lost it all. Because there's a signature upon that person's life. And many times, that signature is a function of a life without blame. You want to walk in authority, you need blamelessness to walk in authority.